Orissa, Chhattisgarh, okay, parts of Madhya Pradesh and the extreme eastern part of Maharashtra, you will see there are nearly no SEZs. And this area is completely superimposable by the area where the Maoists are fighting their insurgency. Okay, and it seems therefore their insurgency has been a very good weapon to resist the SEZs over there, and it is also the area where Operation Green Hunt now has to be done, possibly to open it up for SEZs. Okay, thank you for your attention.
So we have some copies of Sanghati's elections 2011. So Prathamesh is circulating. It's what, 30 rupees I think. So if you wish, you can take.
So I'll just tell a couple of so this Sanghati is basically an organization of like researchers, students, academics all over the world. We built this up when we were in the US, and now we have, on the one hand, we have a very close connection with activists over here. Many of us are activists and many of us are academics. So together we get out, we bring out, there's a website, you can visit it, www.sanghati.com, and we are trying to bring out these books every year, which has some of the writings on the website. The website, I think, is a very good site to look at the neoliberal policies in India. Thank you.
You want to take questions from here?
That's fine.
You want to sit? Questions, please. Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. How is the commissioner chosen in the SEZ?
It's not chosen, it is nominated by the government, basically. So the development commissioner is suggested by the developer, and then formally nominated by the government.
And so, does he actually represent the government interest, or does he represent the SEZs?
Formally he represents the government over there. But on the ground he represents the developer. His appointment is formally from the government. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've touched on a lot of things, including the tech and the coastal zone. What I didn't get was the investment that is being put in to this sector, and if there's FDI investment and how that has been affecting this sector. That's one question. And the other question you said was the tech companies had the tax havens, and then now they've moved into SEZ. So are we talking about the Infosys in Mysore now as an SEZ, and they're now talking about doing one in, I think, Bidar? We have been told that the government was trying to be toppled by what do you call the governor a few months back, and it was because the local government refused to take the UID and wanted to go with Modi's UID. But at the same time, Nandan Nilekani and Narayan Murthy apparently had given 400 crores to the government, and this is some inside information we've received. And I'm just curious to know how that SEZ process occurs, and this kind of, it's obviously bribery also happening. So it's not just FDI investment, but there is some state level bribery that's happening.
Yeah, means that is the thing, how these things go on. See, for example, the Shalboni SEZ in West Bengal, we know, so when it was first, this is Jindal Steel Works, they were setting up an integrated steel plant, steel power cement. When it was first approved, it wasn't an SEZ, okay, it was the normal plant. While the approval process, when they got the approval, they basically went in the government, applied for an SEZ status, okay, and we know that they transferred a large amount of money to the government, okay, and they were given an SEZ status. So there are these two things happening. Number one is that there are companies which were not initially in the SEZs, they are trying to shift into the SEZs, okay, which includes IT companies, as I was saying, or this sort of Reliance which has done it in Jamnagar. Number two is they are trying to set up parallel units in SEZs, okay, so that where if with this unit they don't want to shut down, but they will now get a tax exemption for another unit. And the other one, what is happening is the government is trying to directly get foreign direct investment into SEZs, which is symbolized by POSCO over here. So there are all these three processes going on, and the POSCO process has been possibly one of the most illegal process which could have taken place. Means nearly all laws have been violated. You all must be knowing that there were two committees from the Ministry of Environment and Forest, the Saxena Committee and the Meena Gupta Committee, which completely said that this process has been illegal. Okay, because Forest Rights Act has been violated, CRZ has been violated. Okay, this sort of this export of iron ore, these things have been violated. But even then, it got this permission because of what we think is what you are referring to, bribery. And the POSCO has shown in their annual shareholders meet in Korea, because there are Korean groups which are with us. They have shown that they have spent 300 crores of rupees over the past 5 years. And now we have done an RTI to find out what this 300 crore rupees have been spent for, because nothing has been built on the ground. And not a single inch of land has been acquired. Okay, so this is the type of thing. There are a lot of other sort of give and takes being done. For example, POSCO is building just outside this area. They have taken up the construction of a barrack to house 25 platoons of Orissa police. So this is new. A private company will be building barracks for Orissa police, possibly to give them, they would be their own mercenary force after that. Similarly, Jindal has got land in Shalmoni in West Bengal to set up the headquarters of the Cobra Battalion of CRPF. Okay, just beside this the forested area. So this is this sort of give and take process which is continuously taking place, where both legal and illegal. Yeah.
There are two things which I am not very clear about when you said. One is that the SEZ, the people who live there have no rights to vote. I don't know, it's constitutionally the fundamental thing is to vote. I don't know how another body, however autonomous it could be, can snatch away the power of votes from these people. The second one about CRZ. See, the CRZ, which was earlier coastal regulation, which had been under Swaminathan's committee, and he recommended it and made it like a coastal management. Right. I think the problem is, because I am a member of the CRZ here in Karnataka, you are right that no industrial activities, no business activities can take place. But the problem is that there are certain hitches, like for instance up to 500 meters from the high tide line, you can't do anything. Well, which is affecting even the poor people who live on the coastal areas. Suppose they want to set up some small, like the cold storage for the fish, or any other such activities are not being even allowed. So, it is because of that the Swaminathan committee was asked to formulate, to facilitate some kind of activities even which can help the poor people. I understand that once you make it a management, even big hotels, 5-star hotels, industries might come. But that will be taken care of. I mean, I want to know about these two things. And in Karnataka, you said, I don't think there is any special economic zone earmarked in the coastal line of Karnataka. Huh?
Bangalore.
Only Bangalore. But
Bangalore, there is again a petrochemical.
It comes under SEZ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know that.
yeah. So the answer to your first.
But the more dangerous thing that's going to happen in Karnataka, where already the farmers have raised their voice, is in Gadag.
Yeah, in the post. I'll come. I wanted to end with that because that is where you all are mostly involved.
Today, the reports have come. 72% of the lands are very fertile.
Yeah, agricultural land.
And they have been pressurized to give up this land.
Yeah.
That is going to be, I think, a very critical.
Next flashpoint. Yeah. So the first question which you asked, this is firstly the election which I am talking about are local government elections. So if you think that there is now an SEZ, firstly the thing is still now there is not many people living in SEZs. But what they are estimating is that because SEZs are moving greatly towards real estate, in the coming 5 to 10 years, a large number of people would be actually staying within SEZs. Okay, they would be inhabitants of SEZs. Till now, the SEZs are a place where production is taking place or service is taking place, but there would be inhabitants. Now, this SEZs, the Maharashtra government proposed this act where this would now become like a township. Okay. Now, this SEZ would be physically located in some panchayat area or some municipal area. Now, the people who are staying within this would not be allowed to vote in the local government elections in this municipal area or in the panchayat area. They would be allowed to vote in assembly elections or Lok Sabha elections, but not in local government elections. Although under the Panchayati Raj Act, all of us, or the Municipality Act, all of us have got right to cast vote in local government elections. So this is what this would become basically huge gated communities, if you think of it in that way. Okay, that is the number one.